Broadway in New York and the West End in London have nothing on Las Vegas. We have shows of all kinds. Headliners, production shows, adult shows, comedy, magic, tribute acts, and of course the ever popular hypnosis and psychic shows. Who could ever figure out this puzzle of entertainment? That's where I come in. My name is Caroline Fontein and I'm the Vegas shows expert. I've compiled the list of top 10 show tips to keep in mind while you're living the Vegas dream. Tip number 1 is simple and easy. Do your research and visit the show section on Vegas.com. We have detailed reviews of every show in town, which should make your job of selecting one much easier. I cannot stress tip number 2 enough. Book your tickets early. You don't want to wait until the last minute only to find that the show you planned your whole trip around is now sold out. You can also double check to ensure that your favorite headliner is going to be in town the weekend you're visiting. If your show is general admission, remember tip number 3. It pays to get there early to ensure that you have a prime seat with a great view of the stage. With that in mind, you might also want to check out the theater layout. Know what section you want to sit in and go for it. The scorching desert heat might make a jacket the last thing you think of when packing for your amazing Vegas getaway, but some of the showrooms here maintain frigid temperatures regardless of the weather outside. So for tip number 4, avoid freezing through your feature presentation and make sure to bring a jacket. Tip number 5 will save you a lot of clock watching if you're trying to catch dinner before the show. Make reservations with plenty of time to spare, and remember to tell your waiter too. They'll make sure your food's out promptly and in time for the show. Speaking of time, here's tip number 6. Overestimate the time you're going to need to get to the showroom. Sure, you might be having dinner right next to the hotel where you're going to see the show, but that doesn't ensure a quick trip. Pad your time for the inevitable confusion of the casino layout and the vast area you'll have to cross just to get to the showroom. For tip number 7, make sure that you get to the theater early to ensure that you have enough time to pick up your tickets and get situated before the show starts. Some shows actually make a point of spotlighting guests who walk in late. Other showrooms close their doors and do not reopen them until there is a break in the show. If you have refreshments on your mind, please take heed to tip number 8. Drinks in the theater can be pricey. Try stopping by one of the casino bars on your way to the showroom for that much needed cocktail. But there's a catch. You'll have to finish your drink before entering the showroom as they do not allow outside concessions. For tip number 9, make sure you know where the restrooms are located. Some showrooms have them close, others do not. When you're short on time with the intermission, you'll want to know exactly where to go. Plus, you want to beat the foot race of everyone else trying to get there. And finally, tip number 10. Everyone wants to preserve their Vegas memories with video and photos, but when it comes to theater, you'll either have to buy mementos or cling to your memories, as none of the theaters allow photography of any kind. Some of them even require patrons to go through security checks, looking for cameras. If possible, leave your camera tucked safely away in your hotel room while you enjoy the show. There you have it, all the advice you need for enjoying your shows in Las Vegas. I'm Caroline Fontein, and I'll see you in Vegas.